In the Bible, the number 7 appears as a sacred code, a mark of perfection that God skillfully embedded in his plan of salvation. This is not merely a random number, but a symbol of completeness, holiness, and profound mysteries in God's design. The number 7 in the work of creation. Right from the first pages of the Bible, the number 7 appears as a sign of completion. God used 6 days to create the universe and rested on the 7th day. Genesis chapter 2, verses 2-3. The Sabbath day became a sign of the covenant, reminding humanity of rest in God and the sacredness of time. The 7 cycle in the life of God's people. The number 7 forms the spiritual rhythm of God's people. Each week has 7 days. The book of Genesis shows that God created the universe in 6 days and rested on the 7th. That 7th day was not due to the Almighty being tired, but was a sign of completion and sanctification. Since then, the 7-day week became a sacred pattern for human life, working and resting in God. It is no coincidence that humanity has maintained the 7-day week for thousands of years. It is a rhythm that is both natural and theological. It reminds us that amidst the busyness of life, the soul also needs rest. And true rest is returning to God, the source of peace and wholeness. Every 7 years is a Sabbath year. Leviticus chapter 25 verses 2. According to Leviticus chapter 25, verses 4, every 7 years is a Sabbath year, a year of rest for the land. During that year, people do not sow or harvest, allowing the land to rest and recover. This reflects not only care for nature but also a reminder to trust in God, the giver of food, and the one who governs time. After 7 times 7 years comes the Jubilee year. Leviticus chapter 25, verses 15. After 7 sets of 7 years, 49 years. The 50th year is called the Jubilee year. This is a time of consecration, when slaves are set free, land is returned to its original owners, and everyone returns to their homeland. The Jubilee year expresses God's mercy and justice, bringing freedom, restoration, and hope to his people. The number 7 in rituals and salvation. The number 7 is closely tied to important rites. In Leviticus chapter 16, verses 14, the blood of the sacrificial animal is sprinkled 7 times before the altar to atone for the people. This act symbolizes complete purification and forgiveness from God. The number 7 emphasizes holiness, perfection, and God's mercy toward his people. Naaman was healed after bathing 7 times in the Jordan River. 2nd Book of Kings, chapter 5, verse 10. The walls of Jericho fell after 7 days of marching. Joshua chapter 6, verses 3-4. In Joshua chapter 6, verses 3-4, God commands the Israelites to march around the city of Jericho for 7 days. On the 7th day, they marched around 7 times, then blew trumpets and shouted. Miraculously, the city walls collapsed entirely. This is a testament to God's power and the strength of faith and obedience. The number 7 in the final revelation. The book of Revelation uses the number 7 extensively. In Revelation chapter 1 verses 4, St. John blesses the 7 churches in Asia Minor. The number 7 symbolizes completeness, showing that the church is present everywhere, guided by the Holy Spirit, and lives in grace and peace from God. In Revelation chapters 5-16, the number 7 appears repeatedly with 7 seals, 7 trumpets, and 7 bowls of wrath. Each symbol marks events permitted by God in his plan of salvation, expressing his justice, holiness, and omnipotence in judging the world and leading humanity to the final day. The 7 spirits of God, Revelation chapter 4, verses 5. Revelation 4 verse 5 mentions the 7 spirits of God as 7 burning lamps before God's throne. This symbolizes the Holy Spirit in his fullness and perfection. The number 7 signifies completeness, showing the Holy Spirit's full presence in all of God's actions in the world and in the church. Other symbols of the number 7. The 7 last words of Jesus on the cross are words filled with love, forgiveness, and sacrifice. He prays for those who crucify him, promises paradise to the good thief, entrusts Mary to his beloved disciple, and expresses loneliness, thirst, mission fulfillment, and surrender to the Father. Each word is a grace, opening the path of salvation for humanity and providing spiritual treasure for Christians to meditate upon. The 7 sacraments in Catholic tradition. The 7 gifts of the Holy Spirit, according to the book of Isaiah, are spiritual gifts God gives his children to live holy lives. They include wisdom, understanding, counsel, fortitude, fear of the Lord, knowledge, and piety. These gifts help believers turn toward God, live righteously, and fulfill his will in daily life. The Holy Spirit accompanies, guides, and strengthens each person in their faith journey. The 7 Beatitudes in the Gospel of Matthew chapter 5, verses 3 to 10, are Jesus' teachings on the virtues and behaviors he blesses and promises rewards for. He blesses the poor in spirit, those who mourn, the meek, those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, the merciful, the pure in heart, and the peacemakers. Finally, he promises a great reward in the kingdom of heaven for those who suffer for righteousness. The number 7 in the Bible is a sign of divine perfection, reminding us that God always does everything perfectly. Each time we encounter this number, we are invited to recognize God's providential hand at work in history and in our own lives. Let our lives also become complete, like the sacred meaning of this number. Got more questions about the number 7 in the Bible? Drop a comment below. I'd love to chat with you about it. And don't forget to subscribe, so we can explore the Bible together every day.